Hey, welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Branson Quirk.
I'm Kara Rainwater.
We have the lovely Kara Rainwater here. Can we just take a second? What a really cool last name.
Right?
Is that really your last name?
Actually.
Sounds like a stage name.
Doesn't it sound kind of crazy?
Yeah, like a name you'd come up with like when you moved to LA and it's like
I've heard
you audition with it.
I've heard some inappropriate things about my last name too. Does it sound
Really?
kind of?
Oh, well, we just took it to an area where it's like,
middle school,
no.
I was like,
Oh, I'm sure. Kids are horrible, but it's a really cool last name. You should definitely not take a guy's last name.
Oh, I'm like hyphen. Yeah.
When you get married, yeah, keep that in there.
Rainwater's too cool, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm Quirk.
Yeah.
What?
See, I don't want to get married.
Quirk.
I don't want to get married. It's like Johnson.
Yeah, no, I get
Boring.
it. I get it. Well, we have a variety of stories we're going to talk about today. Starting off with Hayden Panettiere, her boyfriend, Brian Hickerson. This investigation still ongoing into exactly what happened. It almost seems like we don't have that many details because since this took place, Hayden, it's a possible overdose. Toxicology reports, by the way, take 8 to 10 weeks. And by the way, we are very lost for words and very saddened over the death of Hayden. And now the focus has shifted over to her boyfriend, Brian Hickerson. It was learned that they were together. It wasn't off and on. They were together as late as when Charlie Nephew at TMZ did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And she was promoting her memoir and everything and talking about her experiences. And her team thought it was bad for business for her to be publicly in a relationship with him. As we know, they were both at the apartment complex in South Carolina when this happened. Also, Brian's brother, Zach, was also at the apartment complex. And then Narcan was found at the scene as well, which is for opioid overdose to treat the reverse effect of that. So right now, all eyes have been on him. And her mother has also spoken out. Leslie Vogel has been very vocal about Brian Hickerson, calling him a toxic person in her life.
Yeah.
Essentially, kind of based on what she said, it almost sounds like she was blaming him a little bit.
It did sound like she was kind of putting the blame, saying that he was like someone she shouldn't have been around. You know, it's a really difficult situation.
100%. Well, Brian Hickerson, another woman is actually speaking out now, claiming that Brian Hickerson allegedly sent flirty DMs months before the death of Hayden. Page 6 reports that Brian met an unnamed 25-year-old woman at the Cat's Pajamas nightclub in Greenville, South Carolina on March 28th. The woman said she was, quote, heavily intoxicated that night and remembered little about meeting Brian. Brian allegedly messaged her the following day saying, quote, great meeting you last night, pretty lady. I owe you a date. He invited her to join him for a drink and later suggested taking her somewhere nice for dinner. Brian allegedly joked that her request for a nice date, quote, clearly throws Waffle House out the window, suggesting Hall's Chop House instead. He also allegedly told her he had just moved to Greenville from Los Angeles and was happy to meet a, quote, pretty girl there. The woman says that they never actually went on a date. She said that the 12-year age difference, she was 25 and Brian was 37, along with not remembering much about their initial meeting, made her uncomfortable pursuing anything. The woman also claims she had no idea Brian and Hayden were together at the time. And that's what we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. Brian and Hayden were not publicly in a relationship. We didn't find that out until after she passed. Like I said, Charlie Neff here at TMZ, one of our senior producers, she did an interview with him. And he was saying things like he's happy that she's not with him and things like that. And we also learned that her circle would laugh at the fact that people thought that they weren't together when they knew behind the scenes that they were. But it was bad for business, for the memoir, detailing these experiences, because as we know, Brian was arrested in 2020 for domestic violence and abuse with Hayden.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one of those things where we don't know too many details about what was going on behind the scenes up until her death.
Yeah.
And if they were both doing drugs inside the house or inside the apartment complex, where does that lie legally? The DEA has now gotten involved. Mm-hmm. It almost seems like the DEA looked at this whole picture and thought, okay, there's enough here for us to investigate. potentially Brian supplying the drugs to her, maybe knowing she has a substance abuse problem, which she did and was very vocal about in her memoir. So the situation overall is very tragic, and we just hope that they can get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
And the most important thing in these types of situations is closure for the family, for her mother, obviously very much struggling right now. She did an interview with Good Morning America recently, just last week actually, just detailing the moment she found out that Hayden had passed away, the phone call, and said that it was just a numbing experience for her. And again, was very vocal about that person in her life that was toxic.
Yeah. Ugh,
So,
can't imagine. Such a sad situation.
but Brian has largely remained out of the public eye since Hayden's death and has issued only a brief statement through his attorney, essentially saying, I have no further comment and will not comment any further on this. Moving on, Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
Total left turn here.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner, King Kylie. She wants bigger boobs. Let's hear what she has to say about it.
I do want them bigger. You heard it here first. Another exclusive.
We've heard this for the past year.
Yeah, I say it every day. I'm like, they need to be bigger and more out there. I want my to walk in before I do.
You're a girl, which is
Love.
Well, I mean,
Hey.
I don't know what to say about that. What? Just continue telling us the story. Like,
Hey, I mean, her boobs are great, but she wants them bigger. So she currently has, and honestly, to be a woman, I have no idea about how these like boob sizes work as far as implants. But she has a 445cc breast implant. She says they aren't big enough, and she
that
wants
big?
them. That's not that big. That's like decently big. Well, you
Okay.
can see. You see your boobs right there? They look good.
they look fine to me.
I feel like small boobs are bad. So I feel like Kylie, rock your itty bitty.
Yeah. Why go bigger?
Why go bigger? She looks good already, but her body, her choice. What do you think? What's your preference for Kylie?
Well, we talked about it on the TMZ show this morning and how maybe, and I think Kim is a little not bigger than her, but like she's more broad. And
Kim, I would
everything.
say she appears to be a little bit bigger than Kylie.
Right. But then why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
I mean, doesn't it hurt your back to do something like that? And to like unnaturally add more weight to the front of yourself
Yeah.
unnaturally could actually pose some health problems for yourself.
It could. It very much could. Yeah, and having bigger boobs, like they sweat and stuff, and
I'm
the whole
serious.
thing.
I think that Kylie should stand down. That's just my opinion. I think she should stand down. I think she looks great the way she is.
yeah,
But again, like you said, it's her body, her choice. She could do whatever she wants.
yeah. She can do what she wants, but Kylie, you look great. We'll love you with bigger boobs or with smaller boobs.
See, like, I really want to, I think I'm going to conclude the story because the more I talk, trying to fill space and time, I'm probably going to say something that's not going to be politically correct or something like that. So let's just move on. How about that?
Yeah, let's.
Because I mean,
just leave it at
what
that.
more can I say about her boobs? I mean, what more as a man
That's
can
pretty
I
much it.
say
Mhm.
to tell her what to do with her body? How about we don't even visit that? How about that?
Keep it there.
Let's just move on. We got a story for you though. So this story didn't make it on the show today, but I thought, okay, we got to at least fit it in for the TMZ podcast later on in the afternoon. So there was a man, 61-year-old man in Oklahoma, who allegedly attacked law enforcement officers with an improvised flamethrower while they were serving him an eviction notice. The suspect is identified as Darren Dunn. The confrontation occurred at Dunn's Oklahoma apartment as officers were attempting to serve an eviction notice. And body camera footage captured the confrontation, including a large burst of flames directed toward the officers as they entered. And I believe that he was... Well, let's watch the video before I make this claim.
You open the door a little bit, reach in, push the other door. Hey, County, off the door, not up. I didn't break that door. How's the authority? If he's lethal, go left. No. Oh, shit. Oh, back out, back out! Hey! Back out! Back out! I know. He's fine. Quit. Back out.
Light out of my eye, please.
Quit.
Get the light down, please.
The light is down.
This light.
Drop this light is down. It's on the ground.
We got it. Hey, watch that right there. He's got it hooked up to a battery.
Back out. Hey, everybody out.
Hey, now.
You got to improvise.
Improvise. Get out. Get out. Get out, bro.
Get out. Get out.
Okay, there's a lot to unpackage there.
That was the
So-
last thing I expected.
Body cam video you just saw. So it shows the officers forcing their way into his apartment, and then Dunn confronts them with a straight up ball of fire. According to the incident report that was obtained by TMZ, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office says Dunn used an arsenal can and a lighter to create the improvised flamethrower. Authorities allege that Dunn pointed an aerosol can at the deputies. He sprayed the contents towards them. He then ignited the chemicals with a lighter, producing the burst of flames. It doesn't state whether or not they were injured, but he was eventually arrested. So, and authorities were taken to the hospital as a precaution. I mean, that's not what you want to do. If the cops are coming in your apartment, you don't get naked and you don't flash 15 feet worth of flamethrower fireball at them.
Don't do that. Do you think he knew like this was the police though? Or was he like, was he caught off guard? He just got out the shower and he thought somebody was breaking in?
No, I mean, they usually when they show up to a door, they go
Yeah, don't they do a
police,
little
and
police nod?
they'll let them know. But I don't know if this guy had like mental health issues he was dealing with, and this led him to do this kind of thing. But I'm really shocked that this guy's not dead because the officers in a situation like this, and it's happened in way less of a severity of situations, would 100% discharge a firearm at him.
100%.
Their weapons would have been pulled, and he would have been shot. I think he would have been shot straight up after that fireball.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised that he's.
Which I support 100%. I think that they should have. I'm very shocked at them that they stayed in that spot. I mean, the first cop, the body cam cop with the camera on, he stood there.
That's what I'm saying. It was right there. I know it was
right
hot in that
there.
apartment.
Oh, for sure. When you feel, have you ever been to like Disneyland, like where like the fires
Oh,
goes
it's so
off at the
hot.
lake, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, I could feel that.
Yeah.
Imagine being right there next to it.
Ugh.
All right, let's go to our comments. Lori says, Branson, I love your shirt. Thank you. It's a Santa Cruz shirt.
Santa Cruz, cool tea.
You've been to Santa Cruz?
Yeah, I have been a few times.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really threw a hat on today because my hair's not done. I have my hair appointment at 5 o'clock.
Oh, really?
So,
Today?
yeah, today we just
Ooh.
hat.
What are you doing? What's the plan for your hair?
So my birthday's on Tuesday. Woo!
Happy
So,
early birthday.
Just getting some
Uh-huh.
extensions.
Just some extensions.
Mhm.
It's not cheap nowadays.
It's not.
No, it's not. And you have to tip at the end too.
Unfortunately.
Always. That's the hardest part. Even for a guy, we spend $50 on a haircut. It's like a
So
$15 tip.
expensive.
I mean, for girls, it's like 300 or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Let's see. Kevin said, "You do not have mental health issues if you can hook up an improvised flamethrower." That's true. I mean, he knew what to do right away.
That is hilarious.
Let's see. Someone thought you weren't with TMZ anymore. They said they're glad that they were wrong.
Whoa, yeah, I'm still here, guys.
She's here. She's not going anywhere, guys.
Yeah.
She's still here,
Still here.
obviously. Let's see. Anyways. Well, someone said Capital Jester said he pursued another woman. Arrest him. You know, this is just, we're just reporting the news and everything, and that's just what came out. This
Yeah.
woman, I don't even know if this woman's telling the truth. It's allegedly, we don't know if the DMs are real or if she's trying to get her 15 minutes of fame.
And
Who
that
knows?
Could be likely. You never know.
Could be very, very lucky. Well, thank you, Kara.
Yes, of course.
Kara Rainwater, very cool last name. She's the best.